What's up, my precious little pack, and welcome back to VEGA Conflict. So, in the last video, I set out focused this week, more or less, on ways that the game could be improved, and today I actually have one a little bit more interesting, and before I get started, I'd actually like to point something out that I was incorrect about in the last video. So far, they've actually been on point. This is actually hilarious. I actually looked at the quality of life improvements picture that I took, and I kind of sat there for a minute thinking to myself, they said they would implement blueprint part pieces for the higher tier ships. They did exactly that. Then they said they would introduce the base tech equivalents a little bit faster. Well, the only thing we've got so far is the exophase shield for the bases. We don't have any of the Altarian weapons, so we still have yet to see them, but that's 2 of 3 off the board, technically, not counting all of the weapons for the Altarian faction. So, the rework may already be done, they're just waiting to push the minimum version, haven't said anything about it, and they're going to surprise everybody, or they're going to try and be one of those, haha funny, look what we did in our spare time, or they're going to continue working on it and it's going to be released like this. It'll be released around the time the carrier is finished, and around the time the carrier event happens, so in 2 months. Alright, now let's actually talk about what I've saved up. This is actually quite entertaining. Well, this is actually quite important. I still have yet to see anything about the daily missions rework that was mentioned at the beginning of the year, but I do, however, have questions involving it. These are the questions. First off, can we get a rough time of release for the rework, or possibly a progress update through CM from a member of the development team that is working on it? Maybe a peek at the rework if possible before it is actually meant to go live. Second, as stated under the quality of life improvement section, it is to be a revision of the system that has needed an improvement since the introduction of both time tokens and the Marauder faction, both of which have in-game costs of either coins or blood amber to purchase. And blood amber has been in very, very short supply, aside from the Alliance War, where you can get a large abundance of it in terms of how much we get per day. So I'm curious as to what the rework will cover. It also mentions that the revision of the daily system will provide the players with more to do during the day. So does that mean we'll be allowed to do more than one daily mission after the rework is complete? And it also mentions more level appropriate rewards. So will we see more blood amber from doing the daily missions after the revision as well? Also, how much blood amber will a player be able to earn in the course of a day after the new daily mission system update? Third, blood amber is a highly required resource in later tiers, especially when the Marauder faction is brought up. Since their tech is only available from the black market for blood amber and Alliance War prices for intel, and then you need to count time tokens on top of that, which are available multiple times a week. But the lack of blood amber means that you can't collect that many time tokens or tech for your Marauder ships, or even Marauder ships at that. Your empty hulls are just going to be exactly that, empty hulls. You're not going to be able to do anything else with them. Now, there are multiple questions revolving around when we're going to be getting the rework, and now that I actually see where it could land in 2 months, or possibly next month, or possibly towards the end of this month. It just depends. It's going to be interesting when it goes live, and hopefully it'll be a breath of fresh air and not a step in the wrong direction. Well, actually, any improvement over the current system as it is going to be better. And this just makes, and the requirements for blood amber for the PvP or tokens, it just makes blood amber very, very important to the players that use a lot of it, such as myself. Alright, now that I have that out of the way, let's talk about the time tokens I mentioned above. I have a few questions about them as well as a few improvements. Well, not quite improvements, but more of an addition to them. What are time tokens used for? a variety of things in the game, from reducing the build or refit time of a ship, to reducing the research time of technology at your ship lab, arms lab, or tech lab. So we can say that time tokens are very important to both early and late game players, because we will all be using the time tokens in some way or another. We are, however, missing a time token in the time token store when it is available. Repair tokens. We're missing ship repair tokens at that. With the longer repair times of higher tier fleets reaching over 16 hours easily, or 24 hours in some cases, or in certain cases 25 to 30 hours, repair tokens are just as important in the later portion of the game as ship build or refit tokens. The improvement I mentioned above is actually just adding a 4-hour, 8-hour, and 12-hour set of repair time tokens to the time token shop when it is available. I actually don't know why the ship repair tokens aren't already available in the shop with the other tokens for the same prices as the rest of the tokens, but I would actually enjoy seeing them in there with the other tokens, if possible, at some point. Now, I actually did think about it, and the time tokens, the repair time tokens, should be in here more than anything else because of the absurd build times, but what comes with the build times is absurd repair times. Now, if you take a single Bastion cruiser fully fitted, you're going to have around 5.5 hours repair time roughly. That isn't that bad when you compare it to a fully fitted Exophase Shield 3 Guardian cruiser, where that thing goes up to just shy of 10 hours of repair time. And that's fully fitted with some type of armor, the Pulse Cannon 2s, and a bit more. And the repair tokens, they're available during Alliance War, but nowhere else. And even I can see the advantage of adding the repair time tokens. First off, they'd be cheaper than actually coining the actual repair for the fleet, so people get a little bit more bang for their buck if they wait to repair or stock up on the 12-hour time tokens that last a few days for repairs that they're going to incur over the week. It would also make sense to keep one on hand all the time, because if you go out and you get jumped, you're going to want to play again throughout the course of that day. You just add a time token to the fleet repair. So it would make sense to add them to the store as a marketable item, because one, they're more efficient than spending the actual coins, because if you repair one ship at a time, and let's say the ship is 1 hour, it's going to cost you about 17 coins, because you have to count the 5-minute free repair and the first coin that takes 4 minutes 30 seconds. And that brings it up to a total of 9 minutes 30 seconds, so you effectively have almost 10 minutes free time off. And every 10 minutes is roughly 3 coins, because every 3 minutes is 1 coin. So it takes roughly 17 coins, and in turn, if you take the repair time tokens and you put them in at the price of the current build tokens, you'll save just a little bit of change. 1 or 2 more coins than the actual individual repair times. But it will help. Especially for people who have an over excess of blood amber, because they focused on gathering it and they focused on just ensuring they had blood amber. I, on the other hand, am waiting, and I'll start saving up blood amber for the carrier at the halfway mark of this month to ensure that I can do the daily missions each day to be able to collect what I need. But that's going to be it. That's all I want to talk about, was that the rework system for the daily missions revision will be a high spot in my eyes, provided they get it right. And currently, I don't think they can get it wrong unless they make the rewards much smaller per mission, but allow you to complete multiple missions per day. So let's say it goes from how it is now to, let's say, 10 blood amber, but you can do about 5 missions a day. You know, you go from 1 mission for 20 blood amber to 5 missions for 10. I could see that as being beneficial in some respect, but it would be a bit of a grind to add on top of whatever everyone else does throughout the course of a day. But what are your thoughts? Do you think that the repair time tokens should be added to the store just like the rest of the tokens for people who can't pay, or for anyone who has Blood Amber? Because even coiners can get Blood Amber in-game very easily just by doing their daily missions. And that would help them save a little bit of coin to spend on either refits or something else. But let's go ahead and let's pass the idea around and see if we can get it anywhere. But if you guys have any thoughts or ideas, feel free to share them in the comments section below. And as always, everybody, see you later.